Hi everyone! In this video I want to talk about how much does it really cost to live in China, specifically in Beijing. Beijing is growing really fast, not only Beijing, China in overall. Your cost of living in Beijing, it entirely depends on how much you are going to spend. You can spend $1,000 for one meal or 30 kuai per one meal. Today I am going to show the average price which you can spend on accommodation, on eating out, on groceries, transportation and entertainment. So first let's talk about accommodation because it's going to be one of your biggest expenses in China. And there are several types of accommodations in China. You can choose a shared apartment if you want to save money. You can choose a studio apartment. You can choose 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom apartment. If you are going to rent an apartment here in Beijing or in China, I would recommend to use Wealthy. Wealthy is an international rental platform where you can rent out apartment directly from the landlord, or you can find your future flatmate with whom you are going to live with. So in this application you can just check the listing, you can see the profile, you can see the real pictures of the apartment, you can see the location, and you can just send the message to them directly. China, as you know, technologically is really developed. Transportation in Beijing is really convenient. You can use a taxi, you can use buses, you can use metro, you can use bicycles and even electric bike. The subway is usually cost around 3 RMB or 4 RMB. For the bicycle you will probably pay around 2 RMB around the city. So what about the taxi? Taxi around the city, normally it's cost 20 RMB, which is I think is really affordable. And one of the convenient things about China, it's that you don't need to pay by cash. For subway and bus you can just have a card on your phone. For the taxi as well you can just pay through WeChat or Alipay. What about eating out? It's of course it also depends only on you. You can eat like a king in some high-end hotel for 1,000 RMB per lunch, or you can just eat in the average Chinese restaurant. The one dish is cost around 30 RMB. If you prefer to eat in the Western restaurant, it will cost a bit higher. The dish is cost around 60 RMB per meal. I usually shopping online for groceries as well because it's super convenient. You don't need to go to the supermarkets and spend a lot of time to buy some grocery. So I usually use a Meituan app, which is also super convenient. They will deliver your groceries within 30 minutes. But sometimes I really like to go to the small grocery shops to buy some essential things. And now I will show you how much does it really cost to buy groceries in Beijing.
It's 17, it's a little bit pricey, but I miss it.
For the entertainment, I also recommend to use Chinese application which is called Dianping. It's the application where you can find many good restaurants. The people just leaving review for everything. So for example, if you want to find a really good gym, you can check on Dianping. Usually the gym cost is around 5,000 RMB per year. What about the movie tickets? Cost around 50 to 60 RMB. So as you can see, the cost of living in Beijing, in China in overall, it entirely depends only on you. I do really love to live in Beijing, and it's one of the coolest experiences which I have in my life. I met a lot of creative, interesting people here. So if you're thinking or about to move to Beijing, I do recommend to also use one platform which helped me a lot when I was choosing university to study here. It's called China Admissions, so they can help you to apply to Chinese universities. So I hope it was useful information for you, and if you have any questions please leave me a comment, and bye bye!